Welcome. My name is Shawna and I'm with the Northwest Cary YMCA. I'm glad to have you here. We'll spend the next 30 minutes doing a gentle yoga class. Just something nice to get our bodies refreshed midweek and get us ready for the rest of the week. We're going to start in easy pose or Sukhasana. It's just allowing your legs to cross. If you have a block or a bolster or a pillow, you can set it underneath your backside to give yourself a little lift. That's going to open up your hips some, make you feel nice and good. And from here, you place the hands on the knees, soften the shoulders down, and just let the chin come toward the chest for a moment. Stretch the back line of the neck. And then lift it back up so that the shoulders come over the hips. And keep the eyes closed as you start to focus on your breath. Noticing the inhale and exhale of the breath. Noticing your jawline as you breathe. Noticing your shoulders as you exhale and they soften. Noticing your upper back and any tension you may feel between your shoulder blades and down your spine to your low back and your sacrum. Exploring the sensation that you feel in your hips, noticing if they feel tight in this posture, if they feel loose in this posture, and what can you do with your breath to breathe that energy deeper into that sensation. Notice how your knees feel as they're bent in a deep flexion. And notice how your ankles feel, tucked under your legs or reached forward in front of your shins. Keeping the eyes closed, take a deep, full breath that leads all the way down to the belly. And slowly exhale that breath through your nose, releasing all of that breath. Again, deep, full breath all the way up to the belly. Keep the shoulders soft, jaw relaxed, and slowly exhale. Let your chin settle towards your chest and just rock your chin side to side, rocking your head side to side. Bring your chin back up to center and let the eyes begin to flutter to open. And then look right and left. Come back through center, look the opposite direction. Just a little bit of movement in the neck. As you arrive back through center, take a big inhale as you reach your palms up overhead. Let your shoulders soften down and draw the hands to heart center. Again, inhale, reach up, warm up the shoulders a little bit, rolling them open behind you, and then dropping them down in front of you. Take that twice more. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time. Inhale, reach up. This time take a big twist over to the right. Soften through your shoulders. Feel your navel pull back and look over your back shoulder. Inhale, reach it right back through center and take that twist the opposite direction. Once again, soften your shoulders and feel your ribcage draw back as you twist and glance over your back shoulder. Arriving back through center. Let's give our legs a little rest. Go ahead and straighten them out and give them a little shake out. Bringing them back to cross, but this time see if you can cross them the opposite direction. So if your left was in front of your right, you'll take it the other way. Coming back to that nice long neutral spine. Inhale, reach your palms up high. This time interlace your hands and bring them to the base of your skull. Open your elbows wide as if you're trying to lift up your heart. Your thumbs are crawling down your neckline to give you a little bit of a lift. And then wrap the elbows around the ears, chin toward chest. Rock the neck side to side a little. And come back through center. Lift it up, look up, stretch up, and then release the hands down. The hands come back to the knees and just begin to shift over to the left and to the front, back to the right, and back to the back. And take that twice more this way. Don't forget to match your breath and movement, just feeling some release. And then reverse the direction, go opposite direction. When you come back after this third round through center, we're going to straighten the legs once more. Just give them a little release, shake them out. This time we're going to bring our legs wide onto our mats. And as you bring your legs wide onto your mats, take your fingers and push into the ground to lift up the sits bone for a moment and then nuzzle it back down. Flex through your feet and pull your shoulders back. Hands into the elbows and lift up through the sternum. Take notice of how that stretches the inner thigh some, feels the navel engaging, just a nice lifted here. From this lifted posture, your next inhale, reach palms up, and exhale takes you into a fold. Fingertips find the floor, remain long and straight through your spine. So you're simply pushing back through the fingertips and folding only to your edge. And as you find those inner thighs want to roll forward, you want to push them back and really get some nice traction. Come back through center, feeling that stretch once more. Bring the right foot into the thigh. Make sure you're rooted firmly into your sits bone. Inhale, reach your palms up high. Your left hand comes outside your thigh. Your right arm reaches up. You're going to feel that stretch through the right side body. Maybe even from here you can cradle the base of the skull and open the elbow as you glance upward. Come back through center. Let your hand find the ground and just kickstand that leg and roll out the shoulder a couple times. Reverse the direction. Come back to center. We'll simply switch the legs. Letting the left leg come into your thigh, the right into your mat. Nice and long. Sits bone rooted. Inhale, reach up. The right hand floats down outside the leg. The left arm reaches high and takes a stretch through the side body. You can cradle that base of the skull and open up the heart, looking at the sunshine. Back through center, the hand finds the floor. Kickstand the knee and roll out the shoulder a couple times, one direction, and then reverse. Coming back into your seated posture, legs crossed. From our legs crossed, we'll inhale, reach the palms up high. And as you exhale, let the hands settle down. Just working a couple rounds of breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands heart center. Inhale, reach up and interlace the hands above the head. Send the palms to the ceiling. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears and draw the rib cage back and begin to push the palms forward as you tuck your navel toward your spine. Round the upper back and bring the chin toward the chest. Inhale, the elbows come into the rib cage, or they try and track behind the body as you lift up, look up, stretch up. Exhale, round the spine. Think cat and cow here. Inhale, elbows, stretching and lifting the heart. And exhale, round the spine. One more, inhale, lift up. And exhale, settle down. We're going to take our time and just come to standing on our mats. When you arrive in that standing posture, take a moment and just wash the legs out. You've been sitting for a while, maybe feel a little stagnant. Bringing your feet directly under your knees, under your hips, your core engaged, shoulders drawn back. Inhale, reach the palms up high. And exhale, bring hands to heart center. Just take that twice more. Get into the shoulder a little bit. Inhale, palms up high. Exhale, hands, heart center. One more inhale, palms up high. Open cactus arms, elbows pulling back, heart lifted, just like we did in our seated posture. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, hands, heart center. From here, we're simply going to step the right foot forward, the left foot back into a lunge. Go ahead and frame out your foot for a moment. As you settle into that lunge, heel of the back foot is lifted. Ankle of the front foot is directly under the knee. Push back into the heel and find yourself coming into a high crescent lunge. Your high crescent lunge is going to bring that back knee to a slight bend, lengthen through your spine, pull your shoulders back, and really feel that nice stretch maybe in that hip flexor of the leg. Holding it here for just a moment, finding your breath. Let the shoulders soften away from your ears. I'm going to straighten that front leg and turn the entire body to face the opposite direction. Maybe shorten your stance a little bit if you'd like. Bring your hands down to frame out the ankle. Stabilize the foundation of the crescent lunge before you come to rise. Soften the shoulders. Dip down a little into that back knee so that you find your low back gets long, your rib cage draws in. Ankle and knee supporting one another. Simply finding our breath right here. The shoulders pull away from the ears, creating that space between the ears and the shoulders. One more breath. You're going to push into your front foot and turn the body. Bring your toes to pigeon toe right here. From that pigeon toes, our hands are going to come to our low back. Your fingertips pushing down, your elbows drawing back. You're going to push down through the low back and lift up out of the rib cage and look up as you stretch the sternum upward. Little tiny back bend through the body. Come back through center neutral through the shoulders. Keep lifted. Push into your big toes as you slowly lower all the way into a wide leg forward fold. Allow the hands to find the ground. Rattle out the neck a couple times. Feel some release. We're going to take just a couple moments and rock your weight into your right knee and then rock your weight into your left knee. You can turn your toes out a little bit so that your ankle and your knees and your feet are moving in the same direction. Next time you come to a right bent knee, we're going to turn to frame out that right foot. Settling into that posture, we're going to come into warrior one this time. So as you rise, your back foot stays connected to the floor. Your foot is at a kind of angle on your mat. And your hips draw forward, shoulders and hips in line with one another. Still in that 90-degree bend in the front knee in our warrior one. Softening through the shoulders and really feeling that stretch. Pushing into the pinky edge of your back foot. Let the breath and the jaw relax. Take one more breath here in this warrior one. We'll simply come back through center, maybe shake your legs out. Set up, hands frame out the ground. Set up your back foot first, pushing into the pinky edge of the back foot, and your front knee and ankle in line with one another. Firm your foundation and then rise it up. Shoulders soften down, warrior one. I want to feel the rib cage pull back. And I want to feel the length in the low back, just as I did in that crescent lunge, but this time that back foot is down. Focus on your breath. Begin to push into your front foot to come back to that wide leg. Pigeon toes right here. This time, if it feels all right, you can interlace your hands behind your low back and send your knuckles down without ever locking the elbows. And lift up through the sternum and take the same little gentle back bending posture. Come back to neutral. From here, push into your big toes. Soften your knees, flat back into a fold, all the way down. Hands find the floor, or you can continue to extend the hands up for just a moment, stretching the shoulders. Releasing the hands to the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your legs a little wider, maybe turn your toes out and bend the right knee, getting into skater's lunge, or maybe popping a little deeper into Skandasana, really feeling that stretch. And then switch sides. Come back. And back. Next time you come to a place where you're framing your front foot, we will stay there. Setting up for warrior two this time, we'll spin that back foot to the ground so that it's parallel to your mat. Bring your front knee directly over your ankle and your shoulders over your hips, and your hands come to a T. I'm really pushing down into the pinky edge of my opposite foot. My glance comes to my right fingertips. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe take a moment, flip your palms up. Roll your shoulders back. Flip your palms down, but keep the upper body energy. Keep pulling your right knee open over your ankle and keep pushing into the pinky edge of the opposite foot. Find your breath here in warrior two. Really setting that foundation and understanding the body mechanics of the posture. Getting ready to push down into your right foot so you can lift up. Turn your toes. Turn your toes. Warrior two. Bringing the left knee and ankle in line with one another. Pinky edge of back foot pushing down, shoulders and hips in line, hands to T. Look forward to your left fingertips. Soften the shoulders. Open the front knee. Flip both palms and feel your shoulders wrap down your back. Feel the energy of the upper back. And then flip the palms back over. Looking forward, feel that stretch. Let the breath soften you into it. A nice balance between work and release. You're going to push into your big toe, come to turn. This time we're going to turn both toes out. And we're going to sink our hands to our heart and our hips down. I'm going to give you a side angle here. And turn to my side here. And as you sink down, your ankles and knees stay in line with one another. My low back gets long and pushes downward, and my shoulders drop back in line with my hips. Feeling almost a scoop, but it's neutral. Shoulders roll back and we dip a little deeper maybe. Find your breath. Push down into your feet, lift up, big star pose. We're going to step our feet together. Bring your hands to heart for just a moment. Find your breath. Imagine there's something between your thighs and you're squeezing your thighs together that creates an engagement in the glutes. Sweep the palms up high and then sink the hips back into a chair pose. Once again, I'm going to give you this side angle. I'm squeezing my inner thighs and I'm keeping long in the back. So I'm not arching my low back, but I'm lengthening down. And then I'm pulling the shoulders back. My hands can come to heart center, or I can sweep my hands up, spiraling the pinkies toward one another. If I look down, I should see all 10 toes, so I'm going to draw those knees back away from my feet. Couple more breaths here. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, stand it up. Find your breath. So we're going to do one simple balance pose today, where our hips aren't super open, so we're not taking tree or anything like that. We're simply going to balance on one foot. You're going to root down into your right foot. You're going to draw your left foot up with a 90-degree bend in the hip, a 90-degree bend in the knee, and a 90-degree bend in the ankle. If I can find my balance. Roll your shoulders back and stay even through the hips and the shoulders. Feel the navel draw back. Hands can just hang by the side. You're just finding some balance here. Pushing down into your standing foot so that you feel more length. Let's just take one more deep breath in. And then slowly, slowly, slowly let that breath go. Take a little wibble wobble. Shift your weight into the other foot. Push down into the other foot as you lift your leg. Once again, 90-degree bend in the hip, the knee, and the ankle, so the foot is engaged. Let your shoulders draw down. You're squeezing the shoulder heads back. You're squeezing the shoulder blades back, but your rib cage begins to draw back, so you're engaging that low belly. Just focus on your breath. When you feel like you've balanced out both sides, you can slowly release. I'm going to encourage you to get a quick drink of water before we come to our mats to go into our final stretches. And depending on how you feel right now, you can simply come to seated. If you'd like an added challenge, I'm going to walk you through a chair pose to float down to our seated posture. So palms up, chair pose. You're going to come off your heels onto your toes. So now you're finding a little balance. You really want you to think about squeezing those thighs together to create more balance, navel towards spine. And then you're going to lower your hips. And the more you lower your hips, the more you bring your heels up high. You're always welcome to bring hands to heart center. And as you come all the way down, once you get there, you can take a couple bounces and then have a seat. Woo, that was graceful, right? All right, so our legs are nice and long. We're nice and seated. We're just going to sweep the palms up real high and take a fold over those long, straight legs, keeping the back lengthened. I like to bring my elbows wide. So when I bring my elbows wide, it really creates a little more length in my spine. And it forces me to not curl and curve. One more breath. And then slowly come to rise. I'm going to bring the knees to bend, coming to seated in the center of our mats. I'm going to roll all the way down the spine to our backs for reclined. Roll the shoulders open, feel the low belly scoop in, chin to chest. Open the shoulders, keep the back as straight as possible, and let it go when you're ready. As you arrive onto your back, you're going to heel toe the feet as wide as the mat. Bring your arms to tee out from the shoulder and just rock your knees left and right. And then feel the freedom to just stop when your legs fall over to the right and hold it there. And that gentle spine twist. Tap into your breath. Windshield wiper your knees again. And let them fall over to the opposite side. Noticing sensations in your hips, your shoulders, your low back. Coming back through center. You simply draw the knees into the chest for a hug, bringing the forehead up to the knees. And when you're ready, you'll just extend the legs long. Bring the palms down by the side body. Close the eyes. Begin to drift into your Savasana. Let's take a collective breath in. And an open mouth release. At home, you're welcome to stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. You can turn it into a nice morning nap where you can begin to let your fingers and toes and ankles and wrists create little movements until you're ready to take a long morning stretch. From that long morning stretch, drawing both knees in toward the chest. One last time. Before rolling over to your favorite side, to come back into a seated posture and let your hands rest to heart center. Relax your jaw, relax your shoulders, and take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. It is my honor and privilege to have been a guide in your journey today. The light and the love in me greets and honors the light and the love in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for spending this day with me. I hope you have a wonderful day. From the Northwest Cary YMCA, I'm Shawna. Talk to you soon. Have a good day, guys.